Let me show you my kitchen balcony. That's the washing machine, and these are the plants kept here. So this looks like a miniature glass house. I covered the grills with plastic sheet, so very little wind circulation happens. There is some gap over there and over there, so it's kind of protected from the hot winds of the summer. And when I spray water also, it stays humid compared to the main balcony, which is exposed to the sun. So here by afternoon the sunlight is over and you have indirect lighting only. So all my cuttings and repotted plants come here, they recover here, and many of these, most of these are growing in water. So the hydroponic, you can call it a hydroponic garden. Almost all of them are in water, except for this, but he is again sitting in a pool of water. I will now show you a very unique specimen in my collection. This is Ficus religiosa. It's quite big, the trunk is quite thick, and this is the pot. So let me reveal to you what is the condition of the pot. So there is no soil, it's growing purely in water. And this was a tiny cutting. I will tell you the story of this in a separate video. This is just a general update video. So I'll show you how I clean this, and I will replace the water. This paper is just for covering the top. I don't want light to go inside the water tank. And this is just a plastic lid with a cut here, so accommodates the trunk. And this is not very strong on its own because this keeps swaying in the wind. So I usually rest the trunk against a wall or something else. And this is how it looks. This is just a plastic tray where I think I got cookies in this, biscuits. So again the sides, the newspaper protects light from entering the sides. So this way I am able to keep the water inside clean. There is no algae growth at all. So the light is blocked from top as well as the sides. Now I will show you the weekly cleaning of this. I have kept a flat stone and another piece of a tile, so that when this is kept, the main trunk area is above the water line. So this is not submerged, else the wood starts getting a decaying smell and all kinds of problems start. So I always made sure that this was above water with the rocks, and this is how the roots are looking now. Before moving into this, it was in a smaller container but filled with water. And now the main trunk is quite thick. It was probably as thin as this when I started. Now this is liquid NPK, which I made from powder by dissolving powder in water. I have a separate video where I show how it is made. You can find the link in the description below. And this here is half liter of plain water, tap water. So I've taken one cap full of this liquid and I mix it into this, and this will serve as my water reservoir. I don't fill up the tank completely, I just fill it to the half level. I want some roots to stick out of the water. So here goes my plant back into the tank. I'm just making sure any stray roots are completely submerged in water. Now comes the lid. Just put the lid back. It's not an airtight setup, it's just a loose thing. So there is air circulation happening. And notice that the roots are not fully submerged. This much water in this glasshouse setup is enough for the whole day. By tomorrow morning I will have to refill this again. And this is also happening because of so many leaves, large leaves. So if the water consumption is high, I sometimes prune this, reduce the leaves from the bottom side and keep only the few on the top. So that way I can control how much water is consumed. And now for the lid. So this is covered from top and the sides. There is no algae formation in the water. And the trunk is resting against this. And this area is kind of protected, so there is not much wind. There is just a gentle breeze which leaks through, and that's good enough for what we are doing here.